Are you kidding me? If I told you at this point in this game, up 3 with a minute to go, that the Stars would end up losing this game, you'd think I'm crazy. But if you're a Stars fan, you remember that just last season, the Stars against the Predators pulled off a somewhat similar feat. Down a goal with less than 15 seconds remaining, the Stars somehow not only tied that game, but they scored in the final seconds to win that game in regulation. All the Predators had to do was hold on for seconds, and instead the Stars robbed them of 2 points. Well, last night, as the Dallas Stars welcomed the Vancouver Canucks with a chance to clinch home ice advantage in the playoffs, this time it was them on the receiving end of it. A meltdown so bad it made NHL history. Let's quickly see how he got there first. On the back of some penalty issues for the Canucks to start, who would get back-to-back penalties, the Stars would capitalize back-to-back with 2 power play goals in a row, Rantanen and Marchment getting them up 2-0 in the opening 20. A strong start, but in the second, it was just 5 minutes in, and it was a third straight Canucks penalty, which meant, you guessed it, we got a third straight Stars power play goal. Up 3-0 now. Definitely not ideal for Vancouver. However, after finally killing what was their 4th in a row, Matt Dumba late in the period would take a cross-checking penalty that carried over into the 3rd. And finally, just 17 seconds in, it was the Canucks scoring to get on the board with a power play marker of their own. It's a sneaky one, and it was 3-1. As suddenly, it was the Stars with the penalty issues. They take a second straight, this one a double minor to Marchment, where the Canucks would go to work, and okay, they'd capitalize again, 2 for 2, as it was now 3-2 with some extra power play time left. But facing the best home PK team in the league, that'd be all they get. But they were playing like they were in control now. It took the Stars 12 minutes into the period just to get their first shot on net, getting outshot 9-1 to this point, but yet on the back of some good defense in their own end, it would be the Stars coming back to score again late in the period to make it a 2-goal game once again. All right, not looking good again. And so with the Canucks pulling Demko 24 seconds later, and they'd regain that 3-goal lead they had. 5-2 to just about put a lid on it. Game over for the Canucks, season over, as that's a wrap, right? Well, that's how you think this went down, but not pulling Demko this time. We're nearing the final minute, and Marcus Pettersson with a steal here gets the puck. He finds Ratu, and Atu Ratu with a minute on the board would make it 5-3. All right, a minute on the board. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Still a tall hill to climb, but we'd get going again. This time Demko is pulled. They go to work. Garland with patience goes to the front, and they score again. With his 23rd of the year, it's Suter to make it 5-4. Alrighty then. A game once in full control by the Stars with a 3-goal lead at 2 separate points in this game, and yet here we now were. A Canucks timeout. Boys, there's still 29 seconds on the clock, which was 6 more than they'd needed, because going to work again, goalie pulled again, and Suter scoring again. It's 3 straight to tie the game with 6 seconds remaining. The puck bouncing like a ping pong ball. Stars fall apart to Smith, never saw it, as Hronek finding Suter meant this was a 5-5 game. Had they not scored, the season would officially be over. They'd be eliminated from playoff contention, but after a complete collapse by the Dallas Stars of historic proportions, rather than being eliminated, the Canucks now had a chance to mathematically stay alive. And out the gate, a great look, but it's another Dallas penalty instead, as it's Suter now drawing a penalty. And while they couldn't seal the deal on this power play, they would remain 2 for 4. They were now 4 on 4, where it's Garland to the front for Sherwood, and he would, completing the comeback. Unbelievable stuff. I said historic, and it is, because this is the first time in NHL history a team has come back to score 3 in the final minute of play and then win that game. Just insane stuff, as Dallas would fail to clinch home ice for now. Meanwhile, the Vancouver Canucks delay the inevitable for now, with a 0.2% chance of making the playoffs, staying alive to fight another day. I mean, it's almost impossible, but what if they make the playoffs after this? Anyway, that's about it for this one. I appreciate you watching as always, and I'll see you in the next one.